Previously on the Blood-Soaked Rose. Eve, the Witcher.
Have you got any monsters?
Aurelius.
The less people that know we're here and what we're doing, the better.
Bryok.
Well, we thought we'd come in to sit and do a bit of trading.
We need to find out where Rasine is. And
Well, we can look in the lower districts, in the temple districts.
Elves in particular. People have started to notice that they're wearing red strips of cloth.
These strips of red, what are they about?
It's a sign.
Oh, that we stick together.
The elves stick together. It reaches me that you're travelling among the service of a witcher.
Witcher, have you ever heard of such a thing before?
It's a fucking vampire.
I have my red sash taking out of my pocket and wrapping around
You
my
are
leg.
in a rather fortunate situation for us where you have been trusted with that.
You hear a name whispered. Varley. It's an elf name.
I'll start leveraging the idea that I'd like to meet him.
You
Varley.
join in, maybe you'll get to meet Varley.
That may not be the only adversary we
A
have.
revolution, that's hardly monsters, that's just trouble between people living around. But how's this Katakan linked in?
Aurelius is a lycanthrope. You're turning tonight. No fire magic for the others tonight.
No.
Varley says we have a patron protecting us. Harm a hair on their head and I will feast on you.
Maybe we don't have
I'm
to.
gonna take it, because as much as they're at a disadvantage, so am I.
It's good to know where we stand with each
You
other.
hold an action standing side by side with Bryok.
Aiming. Waiting.
Reaches down and just beast inspires dead Katakan and a dead Witcher.
Oh my goodness, my good friends! You're alive!
Merchant, you survived the night. So we're on the same page.
I believe, sir. Yes, we are.
You're so opposed. You do now everything you say.
Fucking Witcher.
And he is this close to finishing what he started. Once I leave, I will forget these four walls. I will forget this bed. I will forget you. And I will have to be Aurelius Tarnick.
Only needs to look outside to know that there are his brothers and sisters dying in the cold.
Rasine is in the crypts.
Well, shall we?
We must.
We all use one another.
Oh, initiative.
And now,
I'm angry. I'm like, when I roll well, I miss by one every time.
Just a little bug zapper.
Aurelius.
It's not a big, powerful spell. It's just a little bug zapper spell.
Yeah.
Sounds really impressive, actually, when you speak it in Elder speech. But it's really just like a little taser. Bzz. Actually, those are quite dangerous anyway, so...
Alza's Thunder,
All right, what do you got for me?
31.
All right, that's fine. It's not, but I'm going to play off as if it is.
Roll a d4.
3.
You're not on fire.
That's great. That's
25% chance of being on fire?
Yeah. It arcs through you. She spends the last of her energy to electrify you. And she says, I will kill you. It hurts
good. I bet.
a lot.
Yeah.
It racks you down to the ends of your nerves. Bryok's your turn.
This is like a true Emperor Darth Vader situation you're in here, my friend.
Her wind has fallen. She did not have the stamina to maintain it. That whipping barrier that would have blown anything you fired at her off course has fallen away.
And I'm in melee with her.
Yes, you can fire at point blank range. There's
I
no
can,
neg-
and I get bonuses.
Yeah, there's no negative to it, yeah.
The wind is down?
It's down, yeah. Costs 4 stamina to maintain, and she spent all but 1 of her stamina to try and
I feel like Aurelius is literally
kill Aurelius.
He's literally taken down to one knee, and as he's like sizzling and there's this crackling energy, he like turns his head to look at you.
Big Star Wars energy right here.
Yeah.
With the wind down?
Yeah. You can draw your bow in one action, can't
I
you?
can do it freely.
Yeah, you just drop sword bows in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an elf.
Yeah.
I can always draw a bow.
Now is your chance.
Bryok drops the witch's sword,
Clang.
holds his short bow,
Yes.
and fires at the mage.
Anywhere in particular?
Nope.
Okay.
Which mage?
I was going to say the evil one. And then realized that wouldn't help. The cursor, not the cursey.
Yes, the red one.
Yeah, the one shooting lightning, not the one getting lightning.
I'm the pale blue one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to fire an arrow.
Yep.
At the mage. I'm point blank.
Yeah, any
I'm
luck?
going to aim for the head.
Chris, do you have luck?
I do.
Yep.
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck.
So you're going to try and dodge.
Yep.
Better not.
What do you get?
19.
19.
Defender wins.
This fight is so fucking close. It's so close.
I
And
spend another
Yeah, damn right
3
you do.
stamina.
3 stamina and make a second bow attack.
How does she deflect that one?
She's just dodging.
She's literally just like boom, boom.
Moving her. It's shot at her head, and she, at the very last moment, it even takes some of her hair with it. That's how close it is to the side of her head. And her calm demeanor has faded now as she is fighting desperately for her life now.
Bryok will, through gritted teeth, big smile on his face.
Fire another.
Please stand still, my friend.
Oh dear, 15.
Oh, if it's Aurelius, you'd get a 14.
You have missed it by one like 4 times.
So many times. I like to think that he's deliberately trying to draw her will down.
What was your defense?
15.
Oh, thank Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
did you get a 15 and a half somehow?
18.
Yeah, no critical, but you hit her in the head.
Hit her in the head.
Oh!
She's not wearing armor on her head. She's just her free-flowing locks.
Yeah.
So you shoot her in the head.
With an arrow.
With an arrow.
I like this.
Total damage,
Yes.
14 times 3.
Which is
28 plus 14, so that's what, 50... No, sorry,
40
42?
42 damage.
how would you, in the words, the immortal words of role players around the world, how would you like to do this?
Bryok, second arrow loosed from his bow through gritted teeth. In point blank range, she dodges. And she's predictable. And he reads the dodge. So that the following arrow
He dodges right
into it.
And there's just a hair of a moment where her bright green eyes widen in realization that she has gone the wrong way at the critical moment, and that not some great mage or monster, but a simple arrow, which she's cornered in her little place of power where she thought she could tempt you away, has all come crashing down to this moment. All of that's communicated in the millisecond before your fingers loose and the bolt goes through her brain. She smashes into her equipment, sending vials and glass and liquids everywhere. She falls unceremoniously to the floor in an awkward heap and is dead.
I'm glad you took my advice and stopped moving. The air slows. The wind that was rushing around falls away. The lightning that was traveling in the air, the kind of iron metallic copper taste, dissipates.
The feel of chaos, and a few moments later, the stone form that was in one corner of the room falls apart completely. And at the same time, a soft groan comes from the bed in the corner as well.
Bryok will rush and help the elf on the bed.
Oh, I feel so groggy.
My friend,
Oh! A brother. Brother down here.
put your mind at ease. You are under the sway of a
mind.
powerful mage.
Yes, she planted something in my mind. I would have done anything for her. We were to destroy Vizima together.
You're fine and safe.
What have I done?
Nothing that can't be forgiven and repaired, my friend. Nothing that can't be forgiven and repaired.
We to set fire to the guardhouses and kill those who tried to escape.
Put all of that out of your mind just now. There is work to be done, but first, rest.
Okay. I feel like I've done. And he falls asleep. Aurelius, you struggle to your feet.
As Bryok races over towards the elf, the crackling energy that had been surrounding Aurelius slowly dissipates, and the force that was crushing him to his knees alleviates, and he allows himself to stand to his feet and takes in a breath, and he takes one step, two step, and gets as close to Rasine as he ever has before, and looks down at the crumpled, bloodied, undignified mess of a body that was his entire life up until this point, and silently, as he hears the elf stir in the background and Bryok begin to speak softly. He hears it in the background, but he doesn't pay heed to it as he looks down. And he reaches up to his collar, fondling again the amulet of the cracked clock, and removes it from his head and places it on the workside bench, and turns on his heels and walks out of the room, away, silent.
If Bryok notices this, he's going to call out.
I'll do a stealth check to not.
You're trying to sneak out? Yeah.
It's just a thing of it's just him
Sure, yeah.
leaving.
Well, if you're not actively trying to hide the fact that you're leaving,
Yeah.
then you can notice that his steps start to retreat
Yeah.
from the room. Yeah.
My friends! Where are you going?
You keep hearing just the sounds of the echoing steps.
No, you don't get far before a shape looms out of the shadows. Oh, lady! Peggy cries. She's not, as far as you can tell, her tie to Rasine was not magically compelled. And she comes rushing into the room. She scoops up Rasine and just slumps in the corner with the woman held to her chest. Lovely red lady. There's a moment you would have had fear as she comes out of the shadow and you think, is this creature gonna smash me? But she doesn't even see you. She rushes right past you into the corpse.
I presume Aurelius keeps walking.
He will continue walking,
Aurelius! Where are you going?
and he does not respond. And the only answer you get is the sound of his boots hitting the stone floor as it gets quieter.
He chases. Bryok chases. Aurelius, stop!
Until he'll take a beat, and he'll stop.
You're walking away? You brought me to this city. I've stayed with you this entire trip. I have fed you, and I have found you shelter in this city. And you walk away?
Yes.
I was right. Fast attack, 2 arrows.
Go for it.
Go. Yeah, sure.
Let's do a final confrontation.
Oh my god, okay, yeah, you go first. I feel like you...
I'm happy to roll initiative.
It's not an initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, go, do it.
I'll
Do it.
make them, I think they're
You
called...
sense him raise his bow.
type of action where you go faster, take -3.
Quick draw.
Quick draw. +3 to initiative.
+3 to initiative, -3 to hit.
Sean?
16.
22.
You're first.
First attack. Random, any part of the
Yep.
body.
And is mine a dodge, or how does it work?
However you want, dodge
Yep.
or block.
Yep, let's go with the dodge.
If you're not carrying a weapon, you have to block with a limb, or you can reposition.
Yeah,
which
well,
is
dodge
dex,
is
dex
just
athletics.
a straight, normal.
It's your
roll.
dodge. It's your dodge stat. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Cool. You critted, which means there's no way that I didn't beat it.
Yep. What was your total?
11.
33.
So that's a deadly critical, non-aimed.
To the 9.
That's a leg.
16.
So what's your armor?
8.
So 8 gets through. That's reduced to 4, and then you need to roll on the deadly critical table
Yeah.
for me.
9. I believe that's heart.
Deadly critical, 9 heart damage. So the blow damages your heart. Make an immediate death save. If you survive, the wound is bleeding, and you must quarter your stamina, speed, and body.
Yeah. So how does death save work?
You must roll under your stun, I think.
What does wound threshold do as well, Phil?
Once you're below your wound threshold, you have negatives. I'm trying to work narrative. So it's leg damage, but it hits you in the heart.
Heart attack sort of thing, I
Yes.
would say.
It lands deep in your thigh, near
Yeah.
your groin area. You now have a bleeding wound there, and you, as I said, your speed and your body, your stamina, speed, and body are all quartered. He has crippled you with a blow, a shot through your femoral. Are you staminaing to take another shot? I think he's gonna murk you. Well, you don't let the mage take a shot because he will burn you alive. That's pretty wise. You're gonna spend more stamina?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still alive. You're
Yeah.
bleeding. How many hit points do you have left?
You'll find out.
Okay.
He doesn't look great.
No, you're very beaten up.
Yeah.
Bryok will, tears in his eyes, screaming and shouting and angry. One arrow goes loose as he says, "You've used us like pawns in a perverted game."
So that's -3 and -3 because it's quick draw.
Quick draw and
stamina spend.
Sean,
I got a 14.
I got an 18.
So just a regular hit where?
In the 7, another leg,
Another leg hit, yeah.
15 points of damage.
That'll do it.
So that puts you into death state.
Yes.
Make a death save.
Pass.
You are starting to swim. The world around you is starting to swim and fade. But you cling to life. Without treatment, you will die soon. Very soon. But for now, you can turn around and see Bryok, bow in hand, tears streaming down his face, a rictus of anger and fury of generations on his face. What do you do?
As he said the word yes and received the arrow, whap, whap, and he turns around and you see peace etched on his features. He's calm, he's welcoming, he has accepted whatever happens this night. And he gathers what is left of his resolve and the chaos that swims around inside of him, and he'll go to burn you.
So this is a dodge, I believe.
Correct.
To defend, yeah.
Yep.
So you're at -2 to your spellcasting because you're well below your wound threshold.
Yeah.
15 for dodge.
23.
Uh-oh. It's all gonna come to a horrible end down here.
So 16 points of damage, followed by a 75% chance of bursting into flames.
On a 1, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm on fire.
He reaches out and you catch a light as the raw chaos thuds into you.
You bastard!
You are on fire. It is 5 damage to all areas.
Yep.
Mitigated by armor.
Yep. So my armor soaks all of that.
All of your armor burns down by 1.
Yep, that's totally fine.
But yeah, so all locations your armor burns down by 1. If it doesn't get through, what do you do?
I believe I have to put myself out.
Well, you could keep burning and kill him first, or you could put yourself out.
Okay, let's kill him first. I'm pretty angry. I don't care if I...
Yeah. Your armor is alight with eldritch flame, but you just
I'm angry.
angry.
And hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bryok is going to let off another 2 arrows.
Yeah. Go for it. 15.
25.
Do it.
By 10.
Yeah. Location. 6. That's a gut shot.
That is an arm.
Oh, is an arm?
Yeah, 2 to 4 is torso.
There you go.
So it's half damage, but he's already below 0 health.
Yes.
And damage. Not great, honestly. 9 damage.
So 4 gets through, but that forces you to make another death save at -1.
Yep, fine. Not fine, but
Yeah, still
hanging
alive.
on there.
Still alive. He's pincushioning, trying to channel chaos to burn you to a cinder, focusing on you, weirdly calm and peaceful as you put arrow after arrow into him.
And he with like the I think it's 3 arrows that are within him.
That's a crit again as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And I rolled 10 on the crit table.
And you beat it by 10, right? So it's a complex critical. Ruptured spleen. Stun save every 5 rounds, and the wound induces bleeding. Make a stun save right now for me.
At the -1?
Yes. No, -2 now.
-2.
Yeah, another source of damage.
So now, because I have to roll under my stun. So when you say -2, do you mean it goes up by 2? How does the minus work exactly? Because -2 would help me.
Whichever way doesn't help you. You blinded me with numbers going in different directions, and my brain went, So whichever way is negative.
Yeah. That'll be above my stun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are stunned.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes, that is the bad option. Before you let loose that third arrow, he, with 3 arrows, I think at that point, punctured through different areas of his body, he looks at you with that same blank look that's been etched on his face since you loosed the first arrow, stares at you and just says, "Do what you must."
Bryok will pull the bow back and say, "I hate that you haven't learnt a damn thing," and lets the arrow fly.
that third arrow into his upper arm, into his shoulder, another bleeding wound makes his eyes glaze over. The arrow before has put the world beyond Aurelius before your final arrow catches him and ends it once and for all. You can take a moment to put your smouldering armor out.
Bryok puts his armor out, stands with his bow, throws it on the ground, moves his way, and stands over the broken mage's body. You saw so much suffering and decided to walk away. I wanted you to be a friend. Truly, you bastard. He'll go back to his elven brother, and together they'll leave the crypt.
And the last we see of the two of you is silhouetted by the dawn light as you help him up the steps that you first descended into this dark place. We see you climb those last few steps into that morning light. The snow falling about you. And you hold for a moment. Two brothers walking into an uncertain future before you're gone from view and our story comes to an end. That's it.
Awesome. Well done.
Wow. Fuck me. Fuck me.
Handshake
Jesus
indeed, my friend.
Christ.
I'd say yay,
But you're dead.
What the fuck, man?
That's a show.
Wow, what a show. That is a real witchery ending. Yeah. Everybody's fucking sad and hurt and no one knows what's gonna happen.
You have been listening to The Blood-Soaked Rose, which is a Roll-to-Cast production. The best way to find us is on Twitter, Discord, and our Patreon. All our podcasts are on Acast, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/roll-to-cast. The Witcher tabletop role-playing game is property of Talsorian Games. Used with permission.